this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Saturday, the 31st of July. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, it's a bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fall through the 38.2% fib at 41,592 and the pivot at 49,552 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 43,562. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Bitcoin to break out from this morning's high 42,398 and break out from 42,500 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of another breakout, should see Bitcoin target 45,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 44,908. A fall through the 38.2% fib and through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 39,605 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 38. Second major support level sits at 36,996. Looking at the MACDs, we have a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. That's coming off the back of yesterday's late rally. So need to keep an eye out for a further widening there. On the EMAs more significantly, 50s pulling away from the 100 and the 200. That's a bullish signal. So key would be to move through to 42,500 levels to bring resistance levels into play. A fall through the 38.2% fib and pivot would bring support levels into play. Across Ethereum against US dollar, it's a mixed start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 2418 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 2518. Support from the broader market is going to be needed to break out from yesterday's high, 2472.18. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 2650 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 2573. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 2364 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should continue to avoid sub 2200 levels. Second major support level at 2263 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, slight narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. That's coming off the back of this morning's pullback. So keep an eye out for a widening to support further upside ahead. On the EMAs, more significantly, the 50s pulling away from the 100 and the 200. That's a bullish signal, suggesting further upside through the morning. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 2418, move through yesterday's high, 2472.18 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 143 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 149. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Litecoin to break out from 146 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 150 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin target 155s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 153. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 139 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 135s. Second major support level sits at 133. Looking at the MACDs, widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. That's coming off the back of the rally that extended from late afternoon yesterday. So look out for a further widening through the morning. More significantly on the MA, the 50s pulling further away from the 100 and the 200. That's a bullish signal. So key would be to break out from 146 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar. It's been a mixed start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the pivot at 7449 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 7774. Support from the broader market is going to be needed to break out from yesterday's high, 76948. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Ripple's XRP target 0.8 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 8019. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level 7204 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.7s. Second major support level sits at 0.6880. Looking at the MACD, slight narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. Nothing suggestive of an imminent bearish cross, however, so keep an eye out for that. On the EMAs, that's still a bullish signal with the 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key fall back through the pivot 7449 and move through yesterday's high 76948 to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that, support levels will come into play.